Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
All right, this is going to be a short one, but today, right now, right this very second, I am in my house, my voice still cracking and all, and 10:33, September 27th, 2025, and this is the last podcast I'll ever record in this house. I don't want to speak too certainly on that, because the likelihood that I come back and I have to clean something or I grab something or I don't know. I feel like I have to return my keys. I got to take my garbage. I'm going to be back. And so maybe I'll record a show in here again, but I don't know, doubtful. So with that being said, it's the last show in this house. And everything has kind of happened very quickly. Everything's happened very slowly, but also very quickly in some sense. And it's crazy that this is the finale. It doesn't feel like it. And I think the reason why it doesn't feel like that is because I don't have furniture. All this shit that I moved was already in a closet or hidden or whatever. I mean, I had a desk and stuff, and that's missing. But it's no different than my bedroom. All I had was a bed in there. And it's no different than my living room. I never had anything except a rug. It's no different than my patio. Didn't have anything there. It's no different than the walls. Never put anything on them. So I'm looking around, and I still feel like it's normal for me to see all this empty space. I don't know if that's sad or not, but tonight's my last night here. That's just crazy to think about. I remember I started recording podcasts in this. The first show that I recorded in this place was in the other room with a voice crack. Hell yeah. And I remember screaming because I was like, I can record a podcast and nobody can hear me. I can be as loud as I want. And, and that was a year and let me think about this. That was a year and 5 months ago. Wait. Yeah, I think it was a year. I don't know. A year and a half ago. So, 18 months. So, that was 400. That's crazy. About 440. What is that? Why can't I do that math in my head? I'm having a brain fart right now. 420 episodes ago is what it was. Roughly, is when I moved in here. So, over half the podcasts have been recorded in this house. It's unreal to think about. And it's coming to an end. I mean, the show's going to go on forever, but yeah, pretty crazy. The next time you hear from me will more than likely be in our new place, in my office. I was actually going to record a show today in that office, but I was like, no, I kind of want to, finalize this house off, complete it all, be good, and then close this chapter and then open up the next one at the other place. It's just crazy, for all the reasons I've talked about previously, but, it's a huge goal of mine to get my own place, and I was so opposed to getting any kind of roommate because I didn't give a fuck about the financial savings. That wasn't important to me. What was important to me is getting my own place, and I achieved that. I think in 2020, I did that. Maybe 2021, I don't know. I'll have to make a timeline of stuff. I know I've talked about doing that, but I really should. I really should go back and try to make a timeline. At least, yeah, I should. I really should. But, yeah. And now here we are, moving in with Lexi tomorrow. This is the last night that I'll be sleeping here. Last night was the last night sleeping here alone. So with Lexi here, you know, I mean, I'm really reaching here, but it's crazy. So excited. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling other than it just feels kind of surreal. I have zero anxiety about this. I have zero nervousness or stress necessarily about it. I mean, it's stressful trying to get everything set up and back to regular life again, but I don't feel any kind of uncertainty. I don't feel any, I just feel surreal. Like today is the last day I'll ever sleep here. It's crazy. Part of me feels a little bittersweet that, half my family hasn't even seen this place. And it's not because they didn't want to come over. It's just no one was invited, and that's fine. But in some ways, I almost feel bad that I didn't bring other people over here to see the milestone that I had accomplished, because my grandma and grandpa haven't seen this place. I have an uncle and an aunt who haven't seen this place. Actually, I have two uncles. Hold on, let me think about this. Let's go the opposite way. I have an uncle, aunt, and three cousins who have seen this place. My mom has seen this place. Little brother has seen this place. I have an aunt who's seen this place. That's it. My own dad hasn't seen this place. I actually feel kind of bad because there's one day he came over and knocked on the door, and a very long story, but essentially wasn't home. And he just sat there and waited after I told him I wasn't home. And I don't know, part of me kind of feels bad. Other part of me is like, who gives a fuck, it's a house. I wouldn't say I have emotional ties to this place, because I'm sure I'll just, I don't know. I think houses are a little bit different, because I was thinking more along the lines of my car when I traded in my Mazda that I had for 5 years or however long it was. This is probably the second time I've talked about it since I got rid of it last month, about 7 weeks ago. I don't know. It's crazy. So, anyway, there's that. It's bittersweet. It's pretty crazy, and life moves fast, This is actually really crazy. But anyway, work-related things today. PT Dom, Britzy, they sent in a group chat, can we do this? Can we do that? Here's a video. Look at this over. And I responded, and I said, I haven't watched the video yet, but here's what we can do. I checked this. It doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And then I watched the video, and they have a big, long list of things they have to do. And I came up with some ideas to create formulas in Google Sheets to automate everything that they need to do. And it was successful. I put it into AI. It gave me the formula that I needed and put it in, and it works great. So I put with, a lot of red alarm emojis in the chat. I was like, hey, super urgent. Please make sure you use this formula. It'll save you so much time. You don't need to do this manually, because they have 1,000 rows they would have to change manually. And with this formula, it will be done in 10 seconds, And that's the power of all the shit that I'm really into. So no response. It's the weekend, which is, I get the whole thing of, Monday through Friday, have the weekends off. I get that. But it's not something for me and what I'm trying to do, it's just not something I don't think I'll ever do. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to get into that, but whatever. And then as far as my own projects go, I spent a good chunk of time today trying to explain to Corin how everything works. And to my disbelief, I guess, I didn't realize how much went into all of this, because when I'm sitting here trying to explain everything, I'm like, holy shit, this is pretty detailed stuff. I'm writing what this does, how we use it, what the issues are, what the workflow looks like, how they, blah, blah, blah. And it's insane. I'm trying to explain how things work, and I feel like there's so many asterisks, I'll say, hey, this is used for this. Actually, when we use this, the idea is that the client does this with this thing, and they go over here and click this. so that X, Y, and Z can happen, but only if this thing happens as well. And also, this is what it's going to track. The formula, iterates off of this. Then it gives you a date, tracks this metric. They don't really need to do anything, but if they did, this is what. And it's a whole bunch of that, And so I spent a good amount of time doing that. I spent a good chunk of time moving stuff over to our place today. I say good chunk of time. It was more like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. And when I got there, I organized some more stuff and put things closer to where it needed to go. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'll do my best to get this show uploaded ASAP. Seems like I'm on a pattern where I upload one show and then I miss the next day, but then the next day it's uploaded late at night. I mean, like I've never missed a day, but it gets uploaded late at night, and then the next episode comes out 3 hours later. Seems like I'm on a... Oh, shit. It seems like I'm on a rule of that. Anyway, I think that's it. As far as things left at my house right now, I've got some big bulky items like my bed and bed frame and things like that. I have some family that's going to come over and help us move it all. And then I have all my bathroom stuff. And Lexi wants to say a few words right now.
I want to talk to you.
Oh, she wants to talk to me. I'm in the doghouse. Anyway. Oh, she's coming towards me. She wants to be on the show. She asked if I still love her, and the answer is yes. I love you. Kisses are on the show. The last kisses on the show ever in this house. I really love her. I hope she didn't hear me. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of want to, with this new place, I kind of want to make some arbitrary rules for myself. Such as, while I'm in my office, the only thing that I can do, well, I guess between specific time frames, the only thing that I can do, that I will allow myself to do, is work. And then maybe other time frames, I can scroll social media on my phone. I can read a book. But like, I want to I think it would be helpful for me to just make these arbitrary, strict-ass rules for myself, just as a reminder. And it's easier because it's like a clean slate, I can say, while scheduled to work, I've never once deviated from that. And I think that would just help mentally also, I don't know. But that concludes the show. I don't think I have much else to say. Tomorrow's probably going to be another weird episode, short and sweet, not much detail on anything, just moving stuff. And maybe the next week of shows will be a little bit different. Just trying to get transitioned into the new place and figure out schedules and what we're going to do and what we need to do and everything we need to set up and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that was going to be a short one. I guess it still is kind of short, but that's it. All right, that was 7:09. All right, peace out.